Welcome to Sandra P's Gen Extra. Welcome to Sandra P's Gen Extra. I think I have my readers right here. I hope I do. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Sandra P's Gen Extra. It is Thoughtful Tuesdays, and I have a follow up on one topic that I had already covered, and then I will just. My Married to Medicine review was not the most thorough because I wasn't feeling well that day after I started it. So I stopped at maybe 20 minutes in. Feel like I left some things out. So I'll go over a clip or two just to fill in what I may have left out from the Married to Medicine review. And for the team replay, I always appreciate my team replay. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all so much. Linda Gambo, welcome. I hope you're having a great afternoon. I am. I actually had a field trip today. I was one of the chaperones. So there was another child, his grandfather came. So the two of us had six. We went to a local aviation museum. So it was a lot of fun. The kids had a good time. They all stayed together. So we had a great time. Okay, I'm going to follow up on a few topics that I had already talked about. And then I'm going to do my abbreviated follow up on the Married to Medicine review. Cricket 22, hello, welcome in. I finally caught a live. I'm so happy you caught a live as well. Mama Bees, thank you. Linda Gamble is here, and we have Cricket 22. Thank you so much. I'm glad you caught a live. I'm just following up. I was telling Linda Gamble I was able to go on a field trip today. We went to a local aviation museum. Kids had a really good time. I did too. It was really cold here to me, but other than that, it was fine. The only topics I have one topic that I'm following up on, and then I'm going to just give a little few clips that I think I missed on my Married to Medicine review. So I'm going to go over those. But the first one is from the Jasmine brand. I'm just live on YouTube. So as you know, currently I still can't share clips. The Jasmine brand. This is our lovely forever First Lady. I'm trying to find the best place. That ring light actually gets in the way. Our lovely First Lady. She's doing like what we're supposed to be doing. That 92%, we're resting. So she's not going to inauguration either. She loved Jimmy Carter. And if she didn't go to that funeral, she's not going to the inauguration. Hello, Sharon Gabo. Thank you for coming in. So I don't blame her. She hasn't given any explanation and she doesn't need any. Michelle Obama wasn't even on a job while she was in that White House. And she still got harassed most of the time. So I'm happy for her that she's not going because I'm not watching it. I'm going to be in St. Thomas with a group of ladies. We're going to all go live from time to time. So all of you will be there with us in spirit anyway, and then even on some of our lives. Okay, so that is one of the reviews that I had. Oh, with just a short catch up on topics. Okay. Another one, I think I'm going to do, I have a serious topic. I may jump into that one next. I have a trigger alert for that one. But it's Ashley Braxton, the follow-up on her. And she's actually, she was in a better mood giving us the follow-up. So it's trigger alert, but I can still show it. That's Ashley. Let me go back. Okay, sorry about that. As soon as I'm able to get in StreamYard the way that I should be, it'll be a lot better with me sharing these videos. But for now, this still kind of works.
Hey guys. All right. So I told you that I was going to keep it real with you on this journey, that you were going to be in it with me. And I'm going to give you all some updates. So first update is that I got a message yesterday from my Fanja, and he said to zip it up tight. Don't speak. I know just what you're saying. Don't speak, girl. And that he lawyered up, and that I shan't speak of his name or the household and other things, etc., and that he will take legal action. So I've decided to again not use his name, which I've been trying to do with everybody, not use anybody's names, but I'll also speak and say according to my childhood experience. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to stop, that I'm going to be silenced. Everyone has the right to tell their story, and everyone has the right to say whatever it is that they want to say. So I made a really good YouTube video, kind of just updating y'all about how I've been feeling, because this is just what happens also when you decide to tell your story, that not everybody's going to agree with it. Not everybody's going to like it. Not everybody is going to, you know, cheer you on. And it's a roller coaster. There's going to be moments where it is super awesome and amazing. And then there's just moments where you just don't feel good.
Okay, so that was short but sweet.
All right, so
remember we saw Ashley the other day. She was telling us that in 6 days she's coming to the United States. Tamar Braxton is the aunt that has invited her. They're going to sit down together. Ashley kept mentioning tickets. Cece, thank you for coming in. Hello, I hope you're having a great Tuesday. She was mentioning tickets. I still don't know if they're for sale or if she's giving them out, or if they're going to sit down and just talk about Ashley's experience, or if there'll be singing involved. I don't know the details, but I'm happy to see her in a more peaceful place. I know planning a trip sometimes does that for you. I'm in the same space. I feel a lot better today than I did the other day, and I'll be leaving on Friday to meet with my group of friends and sisters, and we'll be in St. Thomas through the inauguration. That's not going to come on any TV anywhere around me. We're not allowing that. We're not going to dial into that, okay? Even if we go live. But Ashley Braxton has been notified by her father, Michael Braxton, that she's not allowed to mention his name. He'd rather her not even speak. So I don't know. That doesn't mean that what she's saying is true. Doesn't mean that what she's saying is not true. It just means that he doesn't want her to tell her experience to the public. We've seen him on 2 reality shows. And I'll give it to Michael. He doesn't do a lot of speaking. He's not one of the more extroverted Braxtons. But in my opinion, allegedly and in my opinion, and this is all covered by the Copyright Act of 1976, Section 107, where I can use material for entertainment or education purposes. I don't believe that Michael or anybody should have a right to tell a person that they cannot speak on their own experience with that person. Now, it seems like she's not going to use his name, which is fine. We know who he is because he's appeared on the reality show with his family. So I'm glad that as it stands now, within 5 days, Ashley Braxton will be back in the States. She's lived in Spain for years. She's been invited back by her aunt, Tamar. She's going to talk about some of her experiences. And I think that what she is doing could help a lot of people to come forward with their experiences. And I will read some comments. Everyone right now is just speaking to each other, welcoming each other into the room. I'm happy to see people are coming in. They're liking the video. And we have... CC says you're getting a mammogram inauguration day. Me time. That's a good idea, CC. Self-care. Black women should be minding our Black-owned business, like Michelle Obama. She hasn't said what she's doing that day, but I hope she's somewhere with her feet up. So CC will be taking care of herself. We hope good news on that day. I will be somewhere sitting by a pool or sitting on a beach or eating some good food or having some good conversation with friends on that day. I hope everybody rests on that day. I wish he would try to shut her up. That's Sharon Gobble. She said he contacted an attorney. So that sounds like a fear tactic. And she says that she's still coming. She just won't be mentioning his name, which is fine because we all know who Ashley's dad is at this point. It's Michael Braxton. Her mother, I believe her mother is still living, but kind of a testimony to what Ashley is saying is the fact that the mother left her 2 little girls. She and Michael had 2 daughters together, and she left them as children. And Ashley's saying in her memories, he and her mother used to fight each other, physically fight each other in the house. And it was a very, in her experience, abusive household. So that lady left her children, which we don't see a lot of women do. She left her children, left 2 girls with their father, and he remarried another wife. She has other brothers that are still with the family. They appeared in not Braxton Family Values, but the new Braxtons that just came on, where they were showcasing Tracy. So he has a couple of sons. They're still in touch with the family, but Ashley has been kind of estranged. So it looks like Tamar has now reached her hand out to her, which I'm happy to see. And she seems pretty happy about it. I'm happy that she's having that experience. He doesn't want it told. So it just looks like some of what she's saying, some of what she remembers from her childhood and teen years may be true, maybe something that he doesn't want people to know. But I just wish there wasn't such a source of shame when certain things happen in Black families. You know, of course, everyone doesn't grow up in a trauma type experience, but if there is fighting, physical fighting, inappropriate relationships, all of that, it's not just Black people. going to happen in any family. How you handle it or don't handle it is your own business. But this is a family that's been on TV and have reality shows twice. So if they want us to talk about them during the good things and when they're singing together and they're excelling together and things are great, then if someone comes with a different experience, she has to be given the freedom to speak her piece as well, in my opinion. I knew he would try to shut her up. Sharon Gabo said, yeah, I was hoping that wouldn't happen. I didn't really see any, I saw good coming from it, but I was kind of worried about the public announcement and all of that, and the fact that they're going to meet in public and all of this, because the comments were already kind of negative. But she also has a lot of positive comments as well, and people encouraging her for having the courage to step out. Sharon Gabo said, Ashley's father always appeared to be cold to me. I noticed that too, Sharon. It's something with the Braxton women, they always seem to be kind of over the top, like laughing and singing. Something happens, they'll have a joke and they'll start singing together, and just, you know, kind of over the top, maybe trying to smooth things out. If they have people that are colder, like Daddy Braxton, to me, the father, some of that seems phony. He's like that too. They had a party one time and he came dressed as a pimp. He got on my nerves. He really did. And then Miss Evelyn is so bitter toward him. There's no telling what went on in that house. I know his new wife, she's not his new wife. They've been married 30 years, but they still didn't want her to come around because this is the same woman he cheated with while they were married. So Miss Evelyn Braxton is still bitter about that. And most of the girls were, with the exception of Tracy, who still, at the time of her death, still lived in the Maryland area and was still close to her father. But yeah, there's a lot that goes on within that family. So that was an update to the Ashley Braxton story. As far as we know, it's still a go. I wish her safe travels, traveling mercies, and all of that. And I wish her and Tamar, and I hope there's more than just Tamar that sits down with Ashley, and I hope everything goes okay for them. And I was going to show one of my Married to Medicine clips. I thought I left out because I was just reviewing on my notes, and I don't think that some stuff I put in there. Siri, turn off notifications. I have notifications that try to come through while I'm showing. Okay, this is one of the ones.
Jump right in. It's money right. Money right. Why did you choose Phaedra again? I don't understand. Over me. Okay, I'm just saying I was wrong. I'm just asking them why. Phaedra presents I'm well connected throughout the universe. But you know me. Jupiter, Mars, Venus, the sun. She presents well. I think that Phaedra fooled Jackie. Phaedra has this delusion of grandiose that she's better than all of us, that she just got so much going on. And I'm here for it. I ain't no hater. Phaedra is on every TV show, every blog. I appreciate Phaedra for all that she do, but when you're doing a whole bunch of shit, something get left off. And what got left off was the damn Met Gala. So how much does Phaedra owe? Phaedra owes $51,169.70. Okay, Phaedra. Okay. Be careful who you choose to co-chair. Let's go and play. Call me. I'm Phaedra. Hi, Phaedra. How are you? Hey, Dr. Jackie. What's going on? You know, I'm in California. I had to accept an award. Girl, I'm so busy. What can I do for you today? You know, I got 10 bodies at the funeral home. Oh, yeah. I got to get back the dead one. Oh, my God. Okay, child. I can't stay on the phone with these bitches all day. I'm moving and shaking. So let me tell you quickly. It appears that you owe $51,169.70. And what I was told is you didn't raise it, you would write it. Oh, absolutely. You know I'm good for it. I give UGA $100,000. Did I mention that I'm here in Cali for the award show? I got so many offers. Okay. So listen, Jack, it's great coming to you. Hey, take care. Bye-bye. I got to go get ready, honey, for the award.
I didn't like that. That conversation, that was the four ladies, Quad, and the three doctors, Dr. Simone, Dr. Jackie, and Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Contessa's not there. Sweet Tea is not there. Phaedra's not there. So there's 7 or 8 Married to Medicine women. And Dr. Jackie's doing this Met Gala. she volunteered to put this gala on. It's the second annual. And she was going to raise $25,000. She brought Phaedra on as the co-chair. Phaedra wanted to raise the goal to $100,000. She said she knows she has a lot of contacts. If they don't raise $100,000 with the auction items, she's gonna write a check to make up the difference. So they're sitting there having a jokey conversation behind Phaedra's back and kind of doubting her capabilities. And Dr. Heavenly is being especially nasty. Then they do the fake phone call. What do you ladies think about that with Phaedra not being there? And the only reason Phaedra knows that they have an issue with it is that Quad brought it up to her. Dr. Jackie's worried about what you're doing. Oh, we were still talking. Oh, I think my comments are behind. Sharon Galbo said she agreed the grandfather is cold as well. Yeah, I think so. I think all of that joking is just phony. So with the Married to Medicine ladies, as we know by now, Phaedra is going back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. And they mentioned Phaedra's many, many jobs. I think they're actually jealous of Phaedra and her freedom. She's a divorcee. We saw her over the holidays. She spent in Lagos, Nigeria with Portia. Portia's also a single woman. A lot of people have been making fun of them, speculating what they're doing over there. And that's a little, to me, it's a little two-faced to be behind this lady's back talking like this. Sharon Gobble says, Heavenly is just a hater. She did mention, I'm not a hater. That means you're a hater. Heavenly is just a hater. And her sidekick, Dr. Jackie, is the same. Phaedra is living her life and they don't like it. I think that's true too, Sharon. They don't like how Phaedra is living her life, that she's living her life, and that she can write a check. And during that episode, which was just a mediocre episode, it was kind of boring. During that episode, they only raised maybe half the money, and Phaedra did make good to write a check for the other half, which Jackie's saying Phaedra owes $51,000. But if I were Phaedra, I wouldn't have stepped up to kind of pledge the rest, because that's Dr. Jackie's event and it's for her own reputation. I actually would have made her come up with the rest of that money. Or either I would have left her at her $25,000 goal, which I thought was kind of low for a group of 7 doctors to throw a party. She spent more than that with the party and the help that you need at the party, somebody to park the cars, the people that are catering. That costs more than $25,000. And that's why some people don't even want to give to charities, because people spend more money on the actual events than they do end up writing a check to give to the charity. And then they're giving to mothers and maternity this year. And they actually had the gentleman there that started one of the foundations. He lost his wife during childbirth. And we know Dr. Jackie made a lot of kind of degrading comments toward Black women. And Phaedra pointed that out in one of her confessionals, that Dr. Jackie's just trying to clean up her reputation. And she'll help her do it, but don't talk about her behind her back. So I have to agree with Phaedra on that. I'm no Phaedra Xtra fan, but I do recognize when someone is a hard worker and when they come back from something that's negative. And I realized why she left Real Housewives of Atlanta. I heard that Carlos King was involved in that. Some type lie, a terrible lie was actually told on Candy and Todd, and Phaedra was in the middle of it. She had Portia do it, but Candy is friends with Portia again. Candy attended Portia's wedding to Simon, even though they're now divorced. Candy attended that wedding. So she's no longer friends with Phaedra. Candy has said they'll never be friends again, but she's friends with Portia, who actually told the lie and brought it to not only the show, but the reunion. So that's kind of weird. It's strange if you're friends with the person that told the lie, then the other person behind the scenes, you can make a decision to never make up with them. I just don't understand why Phaedra is the only one that's still expected to not be able to work and anything like that over what happened back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm actually looking forward to seeing her back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Mama B says they are so messy. I don't like them. Mama B's, I don't like them either. They're making the show not fun. This used to be one of the fun shows, and now it's just not. Okay, and I wanted to. Oh, there was one more conversation that was pretty good.
Nice to meet you. This is Dr. Mimi. She's a psychologist. If you ever need any services, y'all all need a girl.
That's Anila.
This is her husband.
It was a good scene. We saw Anila and Kieran being extra like usually. They're not going to be asked back. I think we just got introduced to a new couple, Dr. Mimi and then someone else. She's a psychologist. Did you see Heavenly bust down when Dr. Damon and Dr. G were making inroads back toward each other, back toward the friendship? Because the men really get uncomfortable. because they want to stand by their wife, but they also they have a friend that they've developed over the years. And Dr. Heavenly is the type person, I think she's been making it hard on Dr. Damon to still be friends with Dr. G, especially with a lot of her public comments. So she busted in. That was Cecil that said, it's a good conversation, give him a minute. And then someone else pulled Dr. Heavenly off. But I hope the husbands become friends again, because I don't like the fact that they can't golf together and go to ATVs. And there were actually 2 separate groups the last time they went out. And that's because of Dr. Heavenly and her picking on Sweet Tea. And Sweet Tea, actually, she's trying to stand up for herself, but I don't know. I haven't seen her really be able to do it yet. She let Dr. Heavenly, there was one more clip. If I can find that one, I'll show you. She let Dr. Heavenly get under her skin at the Met Gala, which I don't know why she was upset. I wouldn't have been. I would have had to come back for her. Okay, I don't know if I can quickly find that. It's actually, I'll just tell you what it's about. Dr. Heavenly, they were auctioning off Phaedra, and Dr. Heavenly said, Dr. G, you bidding? And then they turned the camera, production turns to Sweet Tea, and Sweet Tea's got a sour face. She's upset. And she should have said, no, he's not bidding. I got his wallet. Dr. Damon's bidding. He got the money. She could have said something funny. She could have, I don't know why Sweet Tea lets Heavenly get under her skin, because Dr. Heavenly loves that. She loves the fact that Sweet Tea is bothered. And I think she's jealous of the fact that people would like Sweet Tea, because Sweet Tea, she seems like a sweet lady, but she can't deal with Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly is a piece of work. She's something different. She's somebody I haven't seen on reality TV before, and she's getting progressively worse. Oh, I'm gonna turn that on. Okay, I'm gonna do the Gen X throwback. It's actually 2 of them. They're doing it side by side. One, that's Nia Long, still beautiful. And then I'm going to try to show Meth by himself. That's Method Man. He's definitely better over time. He used to look kind of dusty, honestly, when he was in with his rap group. But that is Method Man. So that's a Gen X crush. The Martell scene, everyone has gone over. I don't really want to talk about Martell. I'm tired of them.
Oh, how you doing?
This is Philly, Ready to Love. I'm considering this one. Does anybody watch Ready to Love?
Sahara, like the desert.
Just like the desert.
Okay.
A little bit wetter though. Oh. I am ready to find my man. Take it off, take it off.
Hot anyway.
Yes. I'm coming in hot. Something about our energy that was like in tune.
Indeed.
I'm feeling it.
It's a good looking group.
I want the best for you, but that requires intentionality, vulnerability, good old-fashioned honesty.
Have I cheated in the past? Yes.
I never felt so much pressure in my life.
When we go from the Liberty Bell to wedding bells, it's simply time to decide if this is love or not, and find out who is truly ready to love.
What's up with your girl? Welcome, sis. How are you doing? I'm glad you caught me live. It looks good. That's Philly. Mahogany Meeks, little sis Mahogany Meeks. Hello, welcome. This is gonna be a good season. I kind of miss Ready to Love. We're getting Tommy back. It looks like old school Tommy. He's kind of sick the last time. He's in the turtlenecks and not really himself. But it looks like a good looking group. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Welcome in Mahogany Meeks and T-Tuck with your girl. T-Tuck with your girl. Are you packed? I'm not, but I will be within the next day or so. Okay, I'm gonna find one more kind of good mood or funny type thing that we can watch, because we started out, Ashley Braxton is the news wasn't terrible because she's still coming. She's still going to get to speak, but I don't like her father trying to silence her. So I hope everybody lifts her up. I think we saw too much of Phaedra. They're showing Phaedra's confessional look. It's just okay. I'm not that interested in that. Okay, one more. Let's see. Oh, maybe this is the one.
2024.
They got a lot of jokes about the Met Gala. I don't love that. That's a very serious issue. The mother maternity. And then the reason why Dr. Jackie even has to do that. And then she's going to get up there and make jokes, crack jokes. I think that all of them should have gave $20,000 just to even be able to co-chair. And then they would have had their minimum of $100,000 and then raise the money. But anyway, that's what they're doing. T-Talk said, yes, I'm packed and ready to go. I will be between tonight and tomorrow. I'm just waiting on 2 more items. And then I have one more funny thing I'm gonna show you. I'll tell you where the page is.
You know, I know you say, and I sing too.
You know who that is?
Can I sing to you? Yours, mine, ours. I can do this for hours. Sit and talk to you for hours. The one I gave you flowers and some champagne showers, shrimps and lobster towers. But it's me who gives them out. Ooh, when you do what you do.
Tease. That is Marquez, and that little blonde with the updo, that's Melody. And that's our friend on Brit's Block. So follow her if you don't already on YouTube, because she is hilarious. She does all these little skits. She does the writing and stuff. She's so funny. And she even does like, she has longer ones. She has with Bartell and Mel, and she has Slaw and a couple of them. On Brit's Block is hilarious. She is funny, and she's really, really talented. So she is another creator. Also, Tea Talk with Your Girl. So everybody should know Tea Talk with Your Girl already. So I just wanted to end on a funny note. I'm right at a half hour. I thank you all for coming in this afternoon, leaving everybody with a smile on their face. This is Michael Jackson. This is Dirty Diana era. So this is the bad era. So that's what I'm feeling today. I got to get cleaned up, get packed, and get everything together. And thank you for stopping in my impromptu live. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day and have a great one. I'll see you in the YouTube streets.